a chip. The next shot is a pitch. And you saw how one was low to the ground and the other one was higher, okay? The rule in golf is if you can putt, putt. If you can't putt, chip. If you can't chip, then pitch, okay? Because the chip is going to keep the ball low to the ground. It's a shorter motion, less margin for error. It's going to keep the ball lower to the ground, and as soon as it gets under the green, it's going to perform more like a putt. Versus a pitch, it's a bigger motion. You have wrist cock. Your timing has to be a whole lot more cute. The ball goes up in the air. When it lands, you don't know where it's going to bounce. Okay, so it could easily bounce offline. All right. So when you're for every short game shot, your weight is left. This would be impact for a full swing, where the hips are turned, the weight's forward, the head's over the ball, the handle's forward, forward-leaning shaft. Okay? That we get into this position because we've pivoted into that position. We don't have a backswing pivot in the short game, so you start out already pivoted into your finished position, which is we open our feet up just slightly to the target line. You see how the left leg is retracted from the right? The weight's left, the ball's in the middle of my stance. I don't need the whole shaft because I'm not producing the whole distance this club can produce. As I get closer to my work, I turn this tool to make it more of a precision instrument when I shorten it, okay? For the chip motion, there's no wrist cock. So you see how I'm taking this lowercase y back, and then I bring the lowercase y through, all right? The club face stays right on the target line. The ball and the club face go right over the intermediate target. Okay? Keeping the ball and the face right on that line, you won't ever knock the ball offline. Okay? The handle always stays right in line with the left arm. It never backs up. Okay? The pitch motion, when you have to get over a bunker or the cart path or a hill, okay, then you need a little bit more air. You can pitch. If I play the ball forward with a chip motion, I can get a little bit more height on this ball just because of the location. Okay? You can see that I didn't cock my wrist. Alright? You can get away with that. Okay? There's no limitation to short game. There's just experiment, learn. Alright? But basics are the club shaft never gets out of line with the left arm, so it is one piece of height. Okay? When you're pitching, you point the butt end of the club at the ball, weight's still left. Okay? When I point the butt end of the club at the ball, all I'm doing is folding this right elbow. Okay? Very much like full swing, except for I'm not pivoting back. I'm not turning back. Okay? Staying left, staying on top of the ball. Then the right arm extends. Alright? You can finish in your, this would be an L-Y pitch, or you can go to an L, reverse L pitch. Okay? Alright? So the L, reverse L pitch is point the handle at the ball. Like sleep. Bought this extra large shirt, put in the wash, shrunk it, except for it keeps getting bigger.
Then you get smaller.
Point the handle at the ball and then repoint the handle at the ball where the ball was. Okay? All your weight's forward. You're always, as soon as the hands get right back into the center of you, you're always coming off that right foot in both chip or pitch motion. You're always pivoting to target. You're never pivoting back. You don't need that power. Okay? The only time you need that power is when you got to hit your full full wedge. Okay, so if I had it all the way up to left arm parallel or horizontal to my shoulders, that's as far back as my arms can travel before I have to turn. Now I'm in full swing. Okay? So a full pitch, left arm horizontal to your shoulders or horizontal to the ground. No pivot. Right arm horizontal to the ground. No pivot. Okay? That's when you don't have to hit a full wedge. With pivot, you'll get an extra 10 yards. This way. 2 yards. Okay. All right.
I have to remember all that now. I'm going to do it.
No, I'm going to stop the tape. When you're chipping, that was the pitching wedge. If I got to go further, I can grab any club in my bag and still chip. So the pitching wedge went X distance. This is your sand wedge. Take the lowercase y back, take the lowercase y through. See how that ball just went further? Okay? You're going to start to learn your distances with your chip motion for each club. So that, the lefty. I'm going to put my back to the camera. So here's a chip with a hybrid. Stance is open. Face is pointing at the ball, intermediate target, target. Lowercase y, no pivot back. Lowercase y through. Pivot forward. So you can see how far that ball went. Okay? So, but the club isn't going up to the sky. It's still pointing at the ground. So it's a safety shot to hit. The most accurate because the face never deviates on the backswing. The face stays pointing at the ball. Through impact, the face is still square to the target, still square to the target, still square to the target, still square to the target. So nothing, there's no additional moving part. As soon as the club goes up to the sky, that face is pointing at the camera. So now I have to come back to make sure that face is pointing. So you can see how the pitch opens the door for air. So if you can chip it, keep the club face pointing at the ground, or club head pointing at the ground, face pointing at the ball. You got yourself a shot. There's run out with the chip. So it's about 50% air, 50% run out. Okay? On the green, it's more like 20% air, 80% run out. So you got to have room for the run out. Okay? So if I was going to show you the different heights with the 7-iron, by ball position, that will alter some of the run out. So that's forward, that's middle, and that's back in my stance. So this ball right here is going to have the most run out. See how it's off the right foot? It's also going to be the lowest to the ground. This one's going to be higher